Hey there, everybody. It's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Saturday, June the 1st. June the 1st already. I love it. I love it. There's our friend Coco. He's there in the doorway. He said hello. Coco, don't be shy. Come on in. Come on in and say hello to everybody. There he is. Get my big head out of the way. There he is, right there. And of course, we can't forget the patron saint of this fine podcast, the one and only, still my sidekick, always my Ed McMahon. Bud Bud. There he is, the great Bud Bud himself, Tug Man. There he is. We miss him and we love him. All right, so we got some things to talk about today. We're going to talk Phillies, lots of Phillies, because I'm going to the game tonight. Going down to see the Phillies play St. Louis down there tonight at 7:15. See if the boys could come up with another victory. And a few other things we're going to talk about. I want to sing you a song first of all, okay? I know. Don't turn the podcast off. I know, but this is a special song, and this is dedicated to someone out there who might be watching. You ready? For he's a jolly good felon, for he's a jolly good felon, for he's a jolly good felon, which nobody can deny, nobody can deny, nobody can deny. For he's a jolly good felon, he's a jolly good felon, he's a jolly good felon, which nobody can deny. He's a felon, all right. You know what? I haven't talked to you since the verdict came down. That's why I said that. So, yeah, the verdict came down. And are we surprised? No. I was a little surprised. All 34 counts. 34 is down line. You nothing to do. Next time we're at the casino, we're gonna play 34 on the roulette wheel. We should too. Anyway, well, he gets sentenced on July 11th. And that's when the shit is going to hit the fan. That's it. To me, he's got to serve some time. He got all these pundits or whatever the hell it's called on TV saying, oh, it was only a low-level mistake, federal felony, blah, 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 blah. He won't send me time. Maybe he'll get probation. Maybe they'll just let him off. He didn't do anything wrong. Blah, 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 blah. To me, if the judge lets him off scot-free, that's a waste of time. Why go through all that trouble? Why go through all that money? Get the jury in, blah, blah, blah. If you're just going to let the guy go. He doesn't care about being a felon. He doesn't care if he gets a fine. He'll just have his dopey supporters pay the bill. And what's going to get his attention and what is going to finally bring him to accountability, finally, no one is above the law, is if he spends a little time in jail, right? Now, he could get up to 4 years. I'm not saying all 4 years. I'm not saying not 4 years. I have mercy. How about 2? Is it Michael Cohen? Did Michael Cohen have to serve 2 years? Well, shouldn't Trump do the same thing? I mean, if Cohen served 2 years for Trump, why can't the guy who really brought the problem onto himself, why does he get off easy, right? I'm just saying, but to me, it's got to be more than probation or even house arrest. I mean, house arrest 4 days before the Republican convention. Well, first of all, there's going to be all kinds of appeals and stuff, so it wouldn't happen then anyway. But that's not good enough. You know, he's got to spend some time in jail, especially since we don't know if these other 3 cases are going to go to trial. I think in time they will, probably not before the election, but he's got to. Otherwise, why? Right? Why? He was guilty on all 34 counts. If that was me, I'd be in the clinker right now, wheelchair included. Coco baby would come with me. I don't know. But I'm just saying, Trump has got to serve some time. Give him a year, give him 2 years. It doesn't matter. The point is that he's got to be behind bars to teach the guy a lesson. Because look, he is still ripping the judge. That's not too smart. The guy who's deciding your fate, and you're ripping him, you're calling him a fraud, and still ripping the judge. The gag order, what gag order? That's like, he's oblivious to that. And now they're going after the jury. It's like, stop already. Maybe if you stand up to the bully will back down, right? But if you continue to cower to the bully and let the bully be the bully, he's going to keep being the bully. Bye, Coco, bye. Whatever the hell that means. Anyway, so I said before, it's going to be a very interesting year, right? We got this going on, the election. It's like, wow. What a year coming up, huh? Anyway, hey, did you hear about this story? About this little kid in Chicago, Illinois, went out in his backyard and found a cicada. You know, the cicada, those noisy little bugs that are starting to come up every 17 years, and they make a lot of noise. They're not here in Pennsylvania yet, but they're on their way. And cicada, giant cicada, cicada, cicada. Let's call the whole thing off. Whatever you call it. Well, the kid found a cicada in the backyard, right? Usually cicadas, from what I understand, I don't really look at them that close. I can't stand them. I try to wheel over them when I see them and crush them, because that's what the scientists and all these guys enjoy. That's what they say to do. Kill them, crush them. So I don't look at them. But apparently they have red eyes. I don't know if that's true or not. They have red eyes. This kid found a cicada in his backyard with blue eyes. Blue eyes. Honest. Blue eyes. He didn't know what to do with it. So he didn't want to kill it. He saved it, and maybe he put it in a jar. Remember when you were a kid, you'd put lightning bugs or fireflies, they used to call, in a jar with some grass, punch a couple holes in the lid so they could breathe, and you watch them light up. And that was like we got a big kick out of that when we were kids, I tell you. But so however he did it, but he donated the blue-eyed cicada to science. He took it somewhere in Chicago, some bug guy or some university took the cicada there, and he donated it. The blue-eyed. My question is, here's my question. Are you going to call the bug Old Blue Eyes? Are you going to give him the name Sinatra? Is that what you're going to do? Like, are you going to cicadas in the night, da 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 da. It turned out so right for cicadas in the night. Doobie doobie doo. Old Blue Eyes. Anyway, all right. That's enough. What else do we have to talk? Yeah, the Phillies. All right, so last night I was on talking to the great Steve Trellis on the radio, WIP last night. And we were talking a lot of Phillies. And we were saying, I said, it's the Phillies, they're like a machine, aren't they? Last night they win again over St. Louis 4-2. They're the first team in the majors. They hit 40 wins this year. That later on in the evening, the Yankees also hit 40. And they're just playing so good. It's just so great. And they're a fun team to watch. They score a lot of runs usually. They have great pitching. I mean, they've got personality. Now they're going to have photo night again on July 13th. I have tickets. And this team, they have a personality all their own. They're just like that 93 team with Crack and Dykstra and Dalton. And they got off to that fast start and they went wire to wire in the division and went to the World Series. They remind me a lot of that team, not only the way they play, but because they all have personalities. They are just fun team to watch. A nice blend of young players, Bogue, Stott, with veterans, Harper, Wheeler, Nola, Realmuto, those guys. Nice blend. And they know what it takes to win. They are very focused every game. What really convinced me that this Phillies team is different than other Philly teams in the past was that last game that they won in San Francisco Wednesday. They had lost the first two games out there after having a bad series in Colorado. They never play well in Colorado or San Francisco. They had lost 9 straight games in San Francisco. It would have been very easy for this Phillies team to pack it in and say, you know what? It's an afternoon game. We don't care if we lose. We're headed home. Let's go home, get our act together. We have a day off. We'll start fresh on Friday. Teams in the past would have done that. They would have packed it in. Not this Phillies team. This Phillies team is very focused. They said, no, 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 no. We are not going to get swept. We haven't been swept at all yet this year. And it's not going to happen now. We're going to break this losing streak in San Francisco. We're going to have a pleasant flight home. And we are going to, we're going to do it. And they did it. They did it. Kyle Schwarber got a home run, first at bat. And now it's June the 1st. Kyle Schwarber time. I think he's going to hit a home run tonight just because I'm there. What the hell? But it's his time now to shine. June. The weather is going to heat up, and so is Kyle Schwarber. Those Schwarbums. Anyway, so this team they're rock stars. They are rock stars. There's a vibe in the stadium. Before everybody would get something to eat, find a seat, blah, 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 blah. Now, the excitement builds. You can hear the buzz in the crowd. Even during introductions, right? The crowd, not in the crowd, are screaming for these players. Like, Bryce said stop. Oh, Bryce Harper. I mean, it's wild. It's like playoffs, every single friggin' night. And it helps a lot because there's a lot of sellouts now. You play good baseball, you have a good team, you're going to sell the place out. That's the way it is. That's the way it was way back when we had Utley and Rollins and Howard and Hamels on the team. And that's the way it's getting to be again. Crowds, excitement, packed houses. You expect this team to win. Maybe they get behind a run or two, but they're going to come back. You know it. They're just a fun team to watch. And think about all the summers we had, especially since 2011, where the team sucked and there was nothing to watch during the summertime. And returned to Phillies baseball because it was baseball, and it was the only thing on, really. And it's summertime, baseball is summertime. But we wouldn't really expect the Phillies to win. They would be like 15 games out of first place behind Atlanta. And there was no hope. Now all of a sudden there's hope. And I talked to Steve last night. I figured out what was the turning point. What was the turning point? Not just the season. What was the turning point in the Phillies franchise? Was it the signing of Bryce Harper? Yes, that had it. Was it the trade for JT Realmuto? Yes. Uh, what was the one team in this Phillies emergence that turned this franchise around? They've been building. Finally made the playoffs. First time since 2011. Finally made the playoffs 2 years ago. Went to the World Series last year. Almost made it to the World Series. Not quite. This year they hope to get moving up. What was that turning point? To me, I think when they fired Joe Girardi, that was the turning point. Not necessarily because Rob Thompson is this great manager, but the franchise these players needed a change. It was like a breath of fresh air, sort of like what's coming through my window right now. It's beautiful outside in the mid-70s, cool, just crystal clear blue skies. It's a beautiful, beautiful spring day. And that's what happened with the Phillies when they fired Joe Girardi. If you remember Joe Girardi, he was this old guy, former Yankee, who was stuck in his ways. He believed in analytics. He did everything by the book. He wouldn't even look at the game. He was always looking down at his stupid binder, and he's turning his papers. It was just stupid. The worst thing that Joe Girardi, he had no communication skills, from what I hear. He was just this old dude who was stuck in his ways, and so were the Phillies. I mean, the veterans were not playing hard. They were going through the motions. He was keeping all these young kids on the bench. He played D. Gregorius every freaking day at shortstop. Are you kidding me? D. Gregorius? Then that's a lot of D's. So the worst thing about Girardi is when they canned his ass, and I was all for that. A lot of these sports writers in town, oh, we can't fire Joe Girardi. He's a great manager. Blah, 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 blah. No, get rid of him. This team needs a fresh attitude. After they fired Girardi, Thompson started playing the young players. Alec Bogue was playing every day. Bryson Stott started playing every day. They got rid of D. Gregorius. They let Stott play shortstop until he switched over to second base when they signed Trey Turner 2 years ago. That was the key to me. Dombrowski brought in Brandon Marsh, right? So it was a nice mix. Veterans, Castellanos, Schwarber with the kids. That was the key, because the kids were not only good ball players, as we see now. Alec Bogue is probably the MVP of this current team. Bryson Stott is a solid player. Brandon Marsh is a solid player. Not only were they good, they brought a lot of enthusiasm to the team. They made it fun again. They pushed these veterans who seemed like they didn't have enough motivation. They were going through the motions. These kids got into the clubhouse and they pushed the veterans. They reminded guys like Bryce Harper and Realmuto and Castellanos, they reminded these guys what it was like to play baseball and to get out there and have fun and show some life. That was the key to turning this Phillies franchise around. Firing Joe Girardi and putting Thompson into place, who then started playing more younger players. And that's what did it. And eventually, Dave Dombrowski filled in here and there, right? They gave Nola the extension, Wheeler the extension, Ranger Suarez, who going for a record of 10-0 tonight. He's coming to his own. And look where the team is now. First place, best team in baseball. The Braves are chasing them. This is their time with the Braves, with all their injuries. Acuna is out for the year. Strider is out for the year. The Phillies are finally ahead of the Braves. The Braves are the ones playing catch up. It's time for the Phillies to win the division, number one, get home field in the playoffs, no matter who they play, even the Dodgers, win the National League, and get back to the World Series and win the damn World Series. Start. Harper, all these guys are in their prime. This is when you have to do it. You're never going to get that chance again. So at the trade deadline, if Dombrowski needs to make a trade, if he needs to trade a prospect, you do it. Because you just don't know if you're going to get this opportunity again. And if you're a good team, if you're a good organization, you will draft well. And whoever you trade to make the team better, you will draft well and make up for that pitcher or that position player. That's what good organizations do. So that's how it happens. And Phillies again took the first game against St. Louis, and let's hope they take the series and they win tonight. Milwaukee comes in next week. Our friend Rhys Hoskins comes back. I'm sure he's going to get a warm welcome. Standing ovation for Rhys. I predict it. If I was there next week and I'm not, I would definitely cheer for Rhys Hoskins. Not only good player for the Phillies for many, many years, great guy, great guy. Wanted to be here, just didn't work out. But he's having a good year for the Brewers. He's just coming off of the injured list. Let's hope he does play next week against the Phillies. So that is our Phillies talk for today. And I got to tell you that John Kruk, I love when he's doing the games. Nothing against Ruben Amaro Jr. or Ben Davis. They're both nice guys, but they're not the Krucker. They're just not the Krucker. Luckily, Kruk is doing well. They only see tonight's game's on national TV, Fox. Tomorrow night is on national TV, ESPN. So our Phillies announcers won't be doing the games this weekend. But Kruk did it yesterday, and he will be doing the games early next week against Milwaukee. So good. But he made a point last night. They're playing St. Louis, and of course they have these stupid, can't say it enough, City Connect jerseys. I hate the ones that the Phillies wear every Friday at home. I hate them. So, but here's the deal. On St. Louis's, they just, their city sometimes is nicknamed the Lou, L-O-O, the Lou. Well, that's what their stupid City Connect jerseys say on the front, the Lou. And Kruk made a good observation last night. He said, good thing St. Louis is not playing in London next week, as the Phillies are, because over in England, the Lou means something different. It means the bathroom, the toilet. So can you imagine having the loo on your chest, on your jersey? Like we are the toilet, we are the bathroom. Well, that's the Cardinals. So all right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a great night. Peace and love. Enjoy the game tonight. Think of me. I'll be on the third base side. I'll be the one, as you can see, wearing red. So if you see me, wave and say hello. And I'll be back again, if not tomorrow, then Monday. No, it could be, it could be. I have a dentist appointment at noon. Why am I telling you my whole schedule? Well, I have a dentist appointment at noon. Then I gotta do this at 12. Then I gotta do. No, you don't need to know that. But I'll probably be on before you. So, anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Where the hell did Coco go? I don't know. But see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Go Phillies tonight, especially since I'm there. You better win. See you guys later. Ta-ta.